a guilty little sip of water before I begin. Pretend it happened. Welcome to day 354 of the paper eating series. This is my daily series where I eat a sheet of paper a day. Follow it. We'll keep living life. And you should do a similar thing too, minus the eating paper part. That's what I do. I inspire the viewers. Okay, so we're already off to a really shaky start. Like, look at this shit. This sucks. So I'm gonna have to improve on that. By everything I do from this point forth will be entirely compensating for whatever the fuck I did to the paper when it came to dividing the pieces up into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different pieces. All right, hello, Mock, and say hello to my score of the day. It's a 5.3 out of 10. So we have approached the just passable threshold. Does that mean that it's good? Oh, absolutely not, my friend. But, you know, it's better. And better is the best we could be right now. Okay, let me take a slow. Is YouTube silencing you? Oh, boy. All right, well, DM me on Instagram what you typed over so I can read it out on the stream so we can bypass a bunch of the user, the YouTube Zuckerberg robot bullshit. What do you mean? What do you mean, frick that? That is quite literally the only way we can get your censored comment out into the open. I'm waiting. I have my phone right here. All right, Mr. Chair. Are you still enjoying your position as the moderator? Make sure you're not, you're not censoring anybody for no reason, which you're not doing, of course. It is all YouTube's fault. The algorithm is going rogue. Ooh, you went to spooky Halloween SeaWorld. See any, killer whales raping each other or anything like that? Did you see any serious government code violations? Did you see any freak accidents? That'd be awesome. If you did take a video of it, send it over to my account. Is there a... Okay, I'm a little concerned because there's a hair on my paper. Get that out of here. We're good. You're not drenched in urine. Well, here's the thing. They cycle a lot of the water in SeaWorld through... I mean, the thing is that when it comes to all of the different tanks and the tubes underneath it and the waste depositing little filters that they have, they're all connected to pretty much the same pipeline. So all of the supposed normal chlorine cleansed water, that's borderline pool water, it's the same water that those killer whales are taking big, just pebbly shits in. So you know what's up, and I think you've done your research as much as I have. But Ian, while we're talking about being drenched in whale urine, this is your chance to put your censored comment right in here so I can read it out loud. I mean, of course, I'm sure it was some trolley joke bullshit, but regardless of what it was, I want to solidify a principle on this stream that I stand for 100%. I absolutely, under no circumstances, do not want any of my viewers being censored because that makes me very, very angry. It was very scary. Yeah, right, you told me a bit ago about how you were going to SeaWorld for Halloween. I'm not exactly sure why, of all places, you chose to go there, and I don't know, not Disneyland. A lot of pedophiles in there. That's very scary. So there's like a lot of scarier places in the SeaWorld. I mean, I'm guessing you didn't make the decision. I think it was your aunt or something like that. Getting roped into things by your aunt. I'm sure know that feeling. That costume party was fucked. What the fuck were we even doing there? And we had one of those joke pins at Spirit Halloween, and we gave Dom the pin. It's like, this is my Halloween costume, which was absolutely hilarious. Made everybody laugh. And then we got there, and we're like, wait, we thought that this was something that was actually kind of cool. It was taking place in broad daylight, and it was just a bunch of small toddlers there, and they were all within their stupid, like, potato suits. And, like, Buzz Lightyear, there was, like, one dressed up as Rapunzel, which was fucked up. And it was just all... It was all just it was like watching the YMCA summer camp is what it was. It was horrific. Yeah, Dom is here to get reminded of that. Yeah, it was not only that, but the entire time the sun was just beating down on all of our foreheads, giving us just a horrific headache, and we had no idea if the headache was either caused by the event that was happening or the sun or both. Probably both. All right, Ian has sent me his censored comment. I was saying how I was feeling sexy tonight. Well, you see, now with YouTube out of the way, no more middleman, I can be Ian for one sentence. I'm feeling sexy tonight. You're welcome. You're making a 22-song album. Good, and that's the best way to release it. What were you doing before? I never got to listen to your SoundCloud thing before you deleted it immediately. Got hit on by a man on stilts. Oh, boy. That's, at least you know that running away is a very good option. You did 2 EPs, and I'm guessing you're going to, have one EP enter the uterus of the other EP, and out of that will birth one singular 22-song EP. That'll be kind of like a compilation of sorts. I like that idea. Now, see, if you were to comment that into YouTube's live chat system, they'd censor you immediately. So this is what I'm doing. I'm saying the censored part out loud. Do I have any plans? Tomorrow for Halloween? Unfortunately, yes. I'm doing a gig I never wanted to do on Halloween. I could be getting all the candy and all the women and all the fucking money. I could be making a YouTube video that was Halloween oriented. Like a year ago, that was when the I Found Some Pubes video came out around then. I think it was 2 days before this. But instead of making I Found Some Pubes Volume 2, I'm going to be sat down doing a gig. It better be a really good gig because, I mean, it has the potential to be bad or good, so we'll find out. We should have a fan meetup. Oh, shit, yeah, it's true. All you guys are going to graduate and leave soon, so time is of the essence. I mean, the majority of the people who are fans of the channel are physically not here. They've all graduated and moved on to other great ventures that are beyond this meager channel's reach. Although Zach did tell me that he was spreading my channel around. Like feces on toilet paper. Just my channel just keeps getting everywhere. But yeah, I mean I assume he's probably given up on that. There's no way he's still doing that. You'd go to the fan meetup? Yeah, well I'll probably make it the Village Mall or something like that. I'm not gonna take a car all the way there and back just for that. So the Village Mall, it's a very, very boring mall. So it's like if Law and Order Season 3 was a mall. Just nothing happens. There's very little there. The most that's there is maybe a Rite Aid because you can, I don't know, you can buy a couple Starbursts. There's some cool sodas occasionally, and you can get a tetanus shot. There you go. It's the most exciting place in the whole mall. But it's a great. I've interacted with so many people. That's where Content Con 2022 was filmed. That's where both Content Cons were filmed. That's where I Found Some Pubes was filmed. That's where my guest spot in Ian's Antics video involving trash in the ocean or some shit like that. That's where that was filmed too. And there's probably a bunch of other things that I filmed in there. I just don't remember any of it. And I've also done a bunch of other stuff. I remember what I did one time. That was not my mom knocking on my door or anything. That was just me remembering something and me hitting my table and with a realization. And okay, there we go. But one of the things that I did in the mall was I was recruited. As an agent, I was recruited to scan the area in the mall for possible radioactive deposits because about 20 years ago, a nuclear bomb, according to me, obviously, had been detonated in the area, and we realized that we had been exposing the public to about 14 and a half times more radiation poisoning than they were supposed to be. So what I did for this stupid bit is I went on GarageBand and I had a pitched down loop of me having a fake conversation with myself. And I think I was like Agent Sandler or something like that. It was a really stupid name. And I was in this pitched down voice. I was obviously adding pauses for me to interject. However, I didn't make it nearly long enough, but I would have it very smoothly loop. So, and I used a battery powered speaker, which is in fact my radio. When you unplug my radio, collapse the antenna down and shove some batteries up the ass of that radio. It becomes a portable speaker. So that's what I did, and I used the speaker, plugged it into my phone secretly in my pocket, and I pretended like my radio was was not only the radio transmitting information from this agent from across the globe, but I also the antenna was scanning for those radioactive deposits. It worked like a charm. I had this whole group of kids from CCA following me, like, what the heck? What's he doing? Oh, why is he looking for radiation? Why is that? What does he look like? That retard Brian Case? Why is he here? It's like that's one of Brian's antics again, scanning for radioactive material. I mean, this was the part of the phase of my life where I was so obscenely bored with everything. It's like I had to do something to stimulate me, and I feel like my life's kind of similar to that right now, except for the fact where I just don't have the initiative to like just go get up and do anything. So my life is just so much more miserable. I like how this just became a giant existential rant all of a sudden, but I mean, it's true. So maybe I should go out and concern some people again. Maybe I should just pose as school shooters. Maybe people think I'm a terrorist. That'd be great. That'll totally add some excitement to my life. The last day behind bars will be one of my best days. It's going to be my bucket list. New item on my bucket list. All right, let's see what happened in the chat. Ian's going to get a tetanus shot. Mock is doing homework. Ian's clipping that. Black Rum is yeah, no, that funny smell in that like for one, I barely ever go inside Trader Joe's, so I don't know what type of complete FDA violations they're selling in there. But I assume that those radioactive deposits are a big contributor to that nasty smell. Who knows? Maybe they actually are trying to profit off it. They're using it as a gimmick. Trader Joe's definitely does seem like a snake oil type deal where you're going, oh my god, it's radioactive smoothie. You drink it and you'll become Superman or something like that. But I'm sure your super secret Discord server that I'm banned off of, because that's where you guys get to do all the super secret gossip. You're gonna put that school shooter clip for the win. Good, do it. Post me out of context so that everybody gets concerned. It's not like it can get any worse from here, can it? But I mean, on the paper stream, we talk about absolutely everything. So, the way I think about it, think of the paper streams as a slowly accumulating library of Babel. Do you fellas know about what the library of Babel is? Telling Eli about your school threats, dude. Eli's the last person to tell. Eli's gonna become slightly intimidated, and he's probably gonna go, "Why do I care, huh, Mr. Chair?" And but I mean, if Eli wants to castrate me for talking about a hypothetical where I threaten my school to make my life better, I can tell him, hey, how about this? You wanted to kill my family, so right back at you, partner. If you haven't watched enough Vsauce videos, what the Library of Babel is a theoretical infinite stretch of letters and spaces of every possible letter combination possible at all. So think of it like that, where there's so much time that this paper stream elapses. Like, I think that already the culmination of all of the original content of the original Good Content channel, all of it combined, has like this paper eating series has just watch time wise, and the amount of time elapsed by this series has surpassed that of the original Good Content like a good 10 times over. Like, there's so much video footage of me talking about shit that at this point I wouldn't be surprised if I were to just get like an AI to generate a random piece of shit subject. I would guarantee you I've talked about it at least once on this series before. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, there's so much content lost to time. When YouTube shits itself and has a giant power outage and accidentally just deletes like half the content, all of this is all going to be lost forever. So think of this as a very special moment. Now I think about it, the human brain was not built for things like this. I mean, having giant archives. I mean, yes, we are naturally a species that archives, but to this degree, where every single little moment is every pixel. I mean, it's not exact, but you're pretty much seeing how I am right now accurately, and there's nothing up to interpretation, not like how God intended, and everything. There's just so much objective footage and audio, except of course the times where my camera fucked up or my microphone was broken, but those don't matter. Where I'm just talking about everything. So I mean, is such a thing like this truly allowed to exist? Did human evolution really accommodate for such a thing like this to exist without breaking the matrix? I don't know. Probably. There's much worse things out there on the internet. And I mean, we're still here. No atoms have split, so I think we're fine. Caden's usually mega obsessed with you, but he isn't simping for you anymore, and I don't know why. I think it's because it was all a phase. Another moderator handled it. Okay, thank Christ. Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you for allowing these comments to be uncensored. I'm guessing it was you, Mr. Chair. Thank you for doing the honors. But yeah, let me think about this. Well, I'm gonna think about what the last thing. So the last thing I believe that happened was we got into a call about some sort of cat song that he wants for me to do a feature for, and I mean I'm totally indifferent to doing a feature, and I can go yes or no with it, whatever. But if I were to go super inflammatory in that direction, I think he found out that I'm following that his mother is following me now, and when his mom followed me, I followed her back, and I now have access to a crap ton of old photos of Caden, and they're very, very funny, very, very entertaining to watch. And maybe Caden's upset about that, or something like that. And the thing is that, and don't get this the wrong way, Ian, but Caden is a very funny character, and he's and I sometimes make these playful little jabs at him, and I think after a while, he I think it's gotten to him where he's realized, oh man, Brian's a big bully. He keeps making these little jabs at me. But I mean, for one, I can't resist, and thing two, I'm not doing it because I want to take down his ego. I'm just acknowledging very interesting, wacky, goofy character traits with him. But one other theory is that it's a normal phase in someone's life where when someone is Caden's age, they will often find some sort of scapegoat that they'll kind of attach their obsession to, right? Now, when someone is obsessed with something or someone, that cannot last forever. I mean, I'm amazed that it even lasted this long in the first place. I mean, with some people in my school, particularly Parnian. Parnian is actually a really awful example of this, but it's happened before, and it's dissipated in around the same amount of time. Like for me, what I've noticed is it takes about 5 months at that age for someone's unnatural obsession. And it's not really about me. It's about them, because that's a normal part of growing up, where I think when your brain's developing like that, it's very easy, instead of doing the work to pick all of the little things out of various little different subjects or people, it's a lot easier to just pick one thing and just grab all from that if you like it enough. And I mean, again, this is a lot of subconscious brain shit. So I mean, this is me going down that Freudian path. I mean, how can I resist? Our subconscious minds guide everything we do. So I can't not talk about it. But oh, hello, Caden. Nice to see you here today. But what I think the brain does at that stage of your life is by instinct. I mean, this is evolution right here, where if you didn't find some sort of role model, I mean, before there would be no internet, there'd be no random fucking people. You'd be living in a small village with your mother, random pedophile across the street, couple village idiots, maybe like 2 friends or contemporaries at your same age. Back in prehistoric times, that was all you had. You just had like 10 people or so living together. You'd rarely ever encounter any other people. That's why we are always so awkward around strangers, or a lot of us are, because our instinct is to treat any people who we don't recognize as those significantly closer to us. There's always this thing in the back of our heads of, our brain becomes a lot more alert, and we don't know what the hell to do. Over the last 1,000 years or so, because I think when it comes to effects on the brain for evolution, that's the baseline amount of time it takes for a change to happen. So I think that's changed a little bit. I think we've become less averse to having interactions with people as we've slowly cumulatively gotten more populated and interacted with more and more people. But at the same time, we're going too fast. So now we live in an age where you can go into a random ass Barnes & Noble, find some random fuck who doesn't know what he's doing. And I mean, say if you have an absence of a role model in your life, or if you already do and you're just looking for another one, the brain likes to to adhere to things, and not adhere as in following a bunch of rules like don't take your swimming trunks off in the middle of the swimming pool. I'm saying adhere as in I'm going to Gorilla Glue style stick to this. I'm gonna for a phase of my life, and I'm gonna see where that takes me. It's a phase of experimentation. That's what adolescents do, and it like here's the thing, Ian. It always goes away, and I'm and the sign and a sign that's when Parnian started detaching herself to me and stopped over obsessing over every little thing that I did, that was a good sign. To me, that was a sign that she was moving on, and I didn't have to deal with her texting me unhinged like recipes for vegan egg salads, which I'm like, Parnian, I'm never going to do any of this. It serves no purpose to me. But she was just so over obsessed, and that she just had to text me. She was like reminding me to eat breakfast when like at 10 in the morning when I had already eaten my breakfast. So, and I would usually have Honey Nut Cheerios, which are delicious and better than whatever the fucking egg salad is. It's like the worst type of thing to eat. I do not like eggs, and I do not like salad. So, Parnian, if you ever somehow relapse and go back on this stream and look on this particular day, just know, keep your egg salads to yourself. Although I did like your recipe for Rice Krispie treats. That was delicious. But when I followed those recipes, that only enabled you. So, youch. And also, Ian's antics might have interacted with her, which makes this even more awkward. Let's go. Partying for the fucking win. But, Father Brio, thank you. Leo, my adopted son. Sorry to break the news to you, but, it's how it is sometimes. We are talking about you. That's correct. And have you considered the chemicals in the paper? It negatively impacted my development. Yeah, the thing is that I'm sure it's like the wrinkles in my brain are already starting to form just a little faster now thanks to the paper. But I mean, if anything, it's just in and out. When it comes to chemicals in printer paper, I'm sure that people have had absolutely no real research into what small subatomic levels of residue is consistently in that paper, because barely anybody eats it, paper as regularly as I do. Not to acknowledge the simple truth of my dominance in the paper eating sphere, but yeah, I don't believe that that there's enough research to determine that I am not somehow slowly poisoning myself. However, again, my defense is that if you poison yourself slowly enough, you will become immune to said poison. Remember days ago on a stream a while ago when I described the Japanese and their project back in the 40s on how they eventually became immune to lethal doses of cyanide? Human body adapts naturally. So, we are beautiful creatures. What did you think of my new snippet, considering that you are the drug destroyer? Did you post this on your story or something? At this point, I'm following 2,000 fucking people, and I just like tap past all of them. I don't pay attention to any of them. I gotta let's see. Oh boy. And I'm gonna ignore that story. Someone is all right. Okay. A lot of suicidal people on the internet right now who I'm following. I will deal with that later, and I will reach out at some point after the stream's over. So figure out what I can do about that. But let me find your story. Yeah, I already saw it, so I probably scrolled right past it. So let's see. Caden, there you go. Lovely profile picture. Okay, that's your advertisement for your thing. Crazy Frog official. Now that is good. He's not doing any drugs in there, right? Because to me, Crazy Frog's a really good representation of a chunk of our youth, especially you, Caden. So I don't want to see him doing any fucking drugs. Oh, here. Okay, never mind. Okay, we're talking about this. Yeah, sure, we can preview this on the stream. Why not?
Too many drugs here all the time. Too many drugs with all my slimes. Smoking marijuana with my old water. I'm making much money out in my brother. Snorting cocaine and fucking up my brain. Drinking so much lean, I feel like Lil Wayne.
That's it? Oh, no, I wanted more. I wanted for you to keep talking about Obama. Well, that was a pretty good snippet. For those of you who are interested in listening to more of that, follow Caden.real on Instagram. He is just approaching 3.2 million followers, so make sure to bump that up to 4 million before his account gets deleted for promoting drug use, which I would never promote. I'm promoting freedom of expression in art. I'm not promoting the actual message. I'm pretty sure Brian is following official Thor Ragnarok. Who's official Thor Ragnarok? I think I know who you're talking about. Thor Ragnarok. Yeah, no, I am following him. Oh, some lovely drawings. How about that? You can't see shit, but trust me, they're lovely. But yeah, no, I think when I'm late at night, I'm just impulsively following a bunch of random fucks, and I saw that he was followed by you, so that's good. And if I remember correctly, he was. Damn it, he was the purple guy. That's not Waluigi. Who's the fucking purple tall guy? Well, whatever. Yeah, no, that's the only other thing I know about him. I have no idea who this guy is, but I'm sure he's important to you. Oh, your husband. Sweet. Yeah, no, I mean, based off the height difference, kisses between the two of you have to be awkward, but yeah, I'm just stick to hugging for now. You'll hit your second growth spurt soon, Ian. But no, I like it. He's a very handsome gentleman. You got a good catch. So congratulations on all that. Yeah, I don't know who the heck this guy is, but seems like a very chivalrous gentleman. So, kisses nippies. All right, good. Stick to kissing. Once you get down to sucking, that's when you start catching diseases and you start also causing long-term damage to the nipple tract. Because believe it or not, men have holes in their very small holes in their nipples, and they can actually be used for transmitting very small amounts of oxygen. So you all think I'm lying about this, but it was part of a really early evolutionary process that happened about, I think, a couple 100 million years ago, if I remember correctly, like where very slowly, and I only say this as an estimate because I don't really know, but I do know for a fact that a very, very small level, it's so little that it's nearly doesn't matter at all. But if you were to start drowning, your nipples would start breathing, and it wouldn't really make a difference at all. Again, you're in water, but your nipples are designed to give you just that little little smidgen more of oxygen to your lungs. It's supposed to increase your capacity to consume oxygen over an amount of time. You just keep, and again, this is definitely true. I am not talking out of my ass right now. So, all right, Benjamin saying hello to Caden, but unfortunately a little bit too late because I just finished eating my paper for the day. This was a very good stream. I appreciate the engagement. This is what happens when I decide to do it a little bit earlier. And yeah, but the paper was gone like 17 minutes ago. So I will see you all on the next paper eating adventure. That will be day 300 and what is it, like 55? Yeah, 355. I hope you have a lovely day. Make sure to laugh. Wait, no, I can't say that yet. Goodbye, Ian. One very important thing I want to say to all of you who have, be it, a TV show, a piece of hardware equipment, I don't know, a sport drink brand, anything. If you have or person, if you have these obsessions with these people where you simp for them, be it an object, company, idea, and you are around the age of 14, 15, maybe even 16, it's all going to be okay. Because with time, the obsessions, just like that, they'll be going away. So just know that you'll become a more normal, grounded human being when you stop disproportionately fangirling for shit. So, hey, I always appreciate engagement. I always appreciate people appreciating me, but got to recognize when it's unhealthy and it's a projection of your adolescent insecurities. So, yikes, watch out for that. So, all right, good. Mug is God. Yep. Here's the thing. Still think that Mug tastes like 20% chemicals, but whatever. Yep. I hope you get over that, Ian. That will come with time. And make sure to laugh, cry, and also not die. Goodbye.